So hello everyone, my name is Mirajkar. So I am a lecturer in Civil Engineering Department from Brahmadev Dada Mane Polytechnic, Belati, Solapur. So today we are going to discuss about the building construction. In that will be discussing about the functions of building components. So the course outcomes are to identify the building components, to propose suitable type of foundation, to select suitable type of masonry, to propose relevant means of communication, to select relevant materials for the building finishes, to execute safe building practices. So these are the course outcomes. After completion of course, you will be having these benefits. So we know that this is our building structure. This structure is basically made up of three parts. The structure which is above the ground level is known as superstructure. Okay. The structure which exists below the ground level, that is known as substructure. And in between these two, superstructure and substructure, there is a plinth. The plinth is required for at the junction of wall and foundation for the proper load distribution. Okay. So here below the ground there will be a foundation. The function of foundation is to transfer the complete load. As we know that the load is transferring from slab to beam to column, and the complete load, which that is dead load, live load and wind load, complete load will be transferred to the foundation, and ultimately that from foundation it will be transferred to hard soil strata. Superstructure consists of these all elements which are visible as these are above the ground surface, which consist of slab, right now walls, columns, staircase, windows, doors, all the other elements. These are the part of the superstructure, and in between superstructure and substructure we provide plinth at the junction of column and foundation to have a proper distribution of the load from column to foundation. Okay. And to protect the rainwater, to protect the structure from rainwater, that is the main purpose. So this is the basic classification of the components. The components which are from above, which are above the ground level, that is known as superstructure. From which are below the ground level, that is substructure, and in between substructure and superstructure it is plinth. So this is the sectional view of components of building, wherein we can see a foundation over here, masonry units, then floor structure. Okay, from slab we see that as the slab consists floor. Okay, so roof structure, and doors and windows from entering just from one block to another block. Vertical transportation, for that we require staircase or lift. Vertical means lifts or ramps. And building finishes, that is paints or flooring. Okay, these are the general or basic components, or this is the sectional view of framed structure. So this is the very important question. And to take care about the moisture, we go for damp proof course over here to prevent the entry of water. Okay, so here there is a window. At the bottom level there is a sill. Okay, as a frame, window frame, bottom level will be a sill, and over here the chajja will be there to protect from sun rays or rain. Okay, so lintel is again one type of beam which distributes the load from the wall properly, which prevents the load to act on the frame. Okay, it distributes the load to the side walls, side bricks. So these are the components. As we have discussed, foundation means the function is to transfer the load of the building up to the hard soil strata. Again, there are several types of foundations. For single column you are supposed to provide isolated footing. For 2 or 3 columns you are supposed to go for combined footing. Again, in combined footing, rectangular footing and trapezoidal footing, these are 2 types. If load is coming on the columns are similar, and go for rectangular. If it is different, go for trapezoidal. Okay, plinth. So in between column or the junction of column and foundation, you are supposed to provide a plinth to as a protection from rainwater or crawling animals and insects. Okay, so floor, it provides good resistance to wear and tear according due to the daily use. It provides leveled surface for comfortable movement. Okay, so wall is just acts as a partition. So wall from outer limits of the building separate the room from each other. Okay, it can be exterior and interior. Exterior wall separates us from the surrounding, and interior separates us from one block to another block. Roofs, so it protects us from the rain, sun, wind, frost, those actions. Windows are provided for the admission of light and free circulation of air. Again, there are several types of windows, several types of doors. There are sketches which are generally asked in the exams of the details components of windows and doors, which we will discuss in next slides, in next presentation. So again, there are several types of doors depending upon their requirement. Every type of structure demands a special type of door and window, so depending upon that functions. So again, beam, we know that the complete load which is acting on the structure in the direction perpendicular to the axis of the member is known as beam. So the beams are nothing but the flexural members. So it supports the transverse load of the building. It takes tensile load of structure. So we have discussed this, that is RCC. If we go for RCC beam, so additional reinforcement can resist the tension. So due to sagging effect, there is a tension at the bottom of the beam, which can be provided, which can be resisted by steel reinforcement. Again, column, we know that it is axial member, which carries the load along the axis. So sometimes it can carry eccentric load also. So due to eccentricity, there are chances of tension. So it takes compressive load, so that we have discussed. What is compression? That we have already discussed, that the action which pushes the structure, that is the compression, and if it is pulling, that action is tension. So sill, it provides suitable finish to window opening. So protection to the wall below the window, it protects. So it provides support to vertical members. So at the sill level, due to sill, the vertical members are stable. We can stable them. Like staircase, from one floor to another floor we can move. And parapet wall, it is just it is one kind of protection, that is parapet acts as a protective solid the member for the users, and it acts as a safeguard of the wall for small children. So thank you for your attention.